Hello everyone, I wanted to share my planning system. It includes rings and a B6 Slim Stalogy that I cut down. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time for the rings, but I did want to go through my Stalogy. Now this cover is a Traveler's Notebook Camel that I've had for years, and I glued in some strips of leather that I purchased either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I can't remember, it's been some time, and I use it as a folio. So here's the A5 Stalogy that I cut down to a B6 Slim. The reason being is because I prefer the smaller grid that the A5 has versus the B6 has a 5mm grid, and I write small, but I can get more on a page, so there's more lines per page. In the beginning, and I do want to mention that the purpose of my planning, of course, is planning into getting stuff done, but it's a twofold. It's a planner and it's also a memory keeper for me, mainly for my children. The day, that I leave this earth, they will have something to look back and, read through. I keep happy memories here. Anything that is, that is not, I keep in a separate journal. Just because I want this kind of to be not a scrapbook, but someplace where they can look and say, okay, these are my plans, but we also had some good memories. And sometimes it's just day-to-day stuff, like, washing dishes or sweeping the floor or throwing the trash out or anything. But that's kind of how I plan. So that's why many of this stuff that you see here will not be in here. So just to kind of give you a... Plus, I've been bullet journaling since 2016, and I've also used a Franklin Covey system for many years. And so what I've done is consolidated the two into a system that works for me. Plus, I love and enjoy drawing out my pages. I've done it for years. People have asked me, how long does it take? I just do it in the evening, and I do it 1 month at a time, and I watch YouTube or a show, and then I go ahead and do that. If it's not therapeutic for you, then I don't recommend doing it. In the front here, I just keep printer notes. When I print, I just want to, have a quick reference. I use tabs and throughout my planner. This is a pullout that I created. If you keep on bumping that, sorry. I can easily access, because this is not rings. I wanted a central place to keep all my planner reviews. So these are reviews for my faith planners, my self-care planners, and my bullet journal. So here's my daily review, includes my weekly, my monthly, and my yearly. And again, that's for every planner that I have. Back there is my yearly. So I slip it in there, and if something changes and I need to update it, I just update it and then washi it, tip it in. So for August, we'll start there. And these are just what my pages look like. They're a day on 2 pages. I'll do a quick flip like that because I don't have a lot of time here. I just use stamps, I use washi, I use stickers, but it's a functional planner for me. And then if I have additional space, I will lay stickers just because I don't like a lot of white space. These pages I still need to go back and fill them in. So for August, I do have a month on 1 page, just because I don't need 2 pages. I have my monthly task, and if you look at this is this is a Franklin Covey system. So the only difference is I don't have it in a list format. I like my tasks broken up in between task, school, homeschool, personal development, and planner. Those are my topics that I typically update on a month-to-month basis or need. If I need to add work or church, with COVID, I've been home from church and doing Zoom, so there's not a lot to do there. But I could add additional boxes if needed. I have my monthly index and my currently. I really enjoy looking back and reading my past planners. And if my children read this one day, I want them to know, what was mom planning? What was she eating? What was she watching? What was she listening to? So for me, this is kind of my thought process when I update my planner. This is homeschool for my daughter. She'll be starting in August. This is, I have this stamp that I can use for her attendance. And she also has her own personal homeschool planner that I have for her. So this is just extra for me, like a quick bird's eye view of what she's doing. I keep the bulk of it in her planner. Plus I duplicate a lot just because that's the way I do it. But here I'll keep her cooked meals, so anything she likes to cook. And so if she does, then I'll write it in because I like to document that. Here's her weekly review for her homeschool. So I'll have a quick synopsis of her week went, and then I have a quick synopsis of how our week went as a family, just for memory keeping. I will write picture, or I would add pictures here in a 2-month or 2-page spread. I really don't know, I've never been big on adding pictures in here, just because when I update my pages or write, I don't like indentions on. I have to be extra careful because I don't want to ruin my pictures. So at the end of the month, what I do is I just keep a post-it. Let me see here. I'll just keep a post-it and then write down what I want pictures of. So this is my daily. I'll show you a blank. So if you look at this page, it's a day on 2 pages. I use this page for memory keeping, and I also use it for, what do I use it? For notes. If I'm making a phone call, it's okay. I'll just write it in there. I'm not really neat about this planner. This page matches the Franklin Covey. And the very top, I use my affirmations. I do my date, my weather, my water intake, and my iron. And the very top, if there's any bills due, I write them up here. If there's any birthdays, any important information, vacations, I write that up here. Devo, I don't use this as my top like 3 of the day. I use it as my top chores or my things that I have to do for self-care that I don't want to forget. So every Monday I know to weigh myself. So here's my hourly. This is my social media area, just for myself, just for memory keeping. I like to look back and say, who was I watching, back when. Here's a social media, a small section for my daughter for homeschool or anything that she does. And if she misses something on her planner, then I have it documented on mine for sure, so nothing gets lost. When I do my to-dos, they're from top to bottom, and then memory keeping, and I kind of do it, bullet journal style, kind of quick. And rapid logging is from bottom up. And then here, I will write out whatever I want to write out in a more lengthy, in a journal, more journal format. And it's not really journal format, it's more kind of like this. And I break it up in different sections using stickers. So I may sometimes journal more, and then sometimes, like there's 4th of July, I just wrote 4 little corners. It's whatever, I have. Sometimes I don't have much, and if I don't, then I will use a big sticker like I did. Where did I do that? Like right here. I just use a sticker just to use up the white space, and I could have done more, but I didn't. And that's my page there. Here I put my Spanish word of the day. Excuse me. And then back here, since I had additional pages, I already have my September pages enough for my September. I'm using these pages for journaling. So I have my grandbaby information, any highlights for her, my other grandbaby, and my husband, gratitude. Although I keep his gratitude in here, I've been doing that for years, I just thought I'd try it here. It's because I tend to forget if I don't, because it's a separate book. So here I have it all together. But that's my bullet journal. I did not have time for my rings. I will make a separate video for that one. But other than that, have a great one. Thank you for watching.